Hello, welcome, good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Deborah, this is Purusha Intuitive, and we're gonna be looking at some messages for the day. So I appreciate you being here, your time and energy always. I hope you find something that resonates with you. Definitely take what fits, leave the rest behind. These are recorded on specific days, and we're tying into, or I will be tying into the energy of the day, right? But the messages are fluid. So if you find this, I don't know, in a couple months' time and it still resonates, then receive that. You know, time is construct, right? It's not true, I guess, in the spirit world. There's no such thing as time, right? Everything is fluid, which is pretty fabulous because there is always messages, symbolism ready for us. Spirit is constantly wanting to talk to us, however you understand that. Spirit, universe, guide. Actually, I wanted to start by cleansing the energy first. I already did like a little pre-cleanse, just so you guys know. Staying on point, staying legit. But I really find this practice to be beneficial. It's simple, quick, you know, if you don't have a lot of time on your hands. It also like smells so beautiful. It makes your home smell beautiful. Good vibes. So I'm using some Palo Santo. Be open to receive. If you would like to, you can light your own smudge if you would like. Cleansing out my own energy. It's good to get in those like crevices and places that like we don't always pay attention to, or that if we think about it practically, energy can easily get stuck. That's like one of the first rules of energy healing. You know, we're not just cleaning the energetic body, but we're also kind of getting into those deeper layers, because that's really where resistance and block come from, is those layers that we kind of like shove things into and we forget about them. We move on. Life is so busy. We all have a bajillion things going on. So, oh, sorry, I'm gonna try not to kick the camera, but I might have not put the tripod in an ideal place. All right, so here we go. All right, so today it's Sunday. It is the day of the sun. It's such a vibrant energy to put time, energy into ourselves. Really letting that proverbial light shine. It's so important to take care of ourselves. We all know we have to have a full bucket, as my son would say, in order to kind of give back and be our best in the life we're leading and in what we're trying to manifest, right? So it's ruled by the sun. It's fire energy. Fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in the zodiac. And it is what kind of helps give us that drive. Fire energy is masculine, right? It is the doing, the force, making happen. It's very beautiful when it comes to manifestation, because we all know we can dream, we can fantasize exactly what we want, but we have to put action steps into practice. And it's interesting because the sun is ruled by our solar plexus and our heart chakra. So places that we need to empower ourselves, right? Our heart speaks what we want, our desires, our goals, our visions, and our solar plexus is that empowerment to help bring that into fruition. So such a beautiful, powerful energy. I touch on that today because you know, try to spend some time giving to yourself, feeding that part of you that makes you feel alive and vibrant and passionate, and, you know, just brings a smile to your face, or reminds you of why you love the life you're living. So we'll look at the astrology a little bit, and I love to pull cards, so I'm going to use an Astrology Oracle deck that we can get the energy into a little bit more deeply. The main aspect that is happening today, ironically or not, there's always synchronicity to everything, right, is Jupiter and Venus are opposing each other. Basically in a natal chart, that just means they're on complete opposite sides. And usually it kind of has a tense energy. I think that this is a lot about where we want to see action happen, right? So going back to that concept of whatever we're trying to birth, manifest, it's the holiday season. We're kind of on the tail end of checking out in a good way. Like, I think Mercury is going into retrograde, and so it's going to help us relax a little bit more, especially through the holidays. Enjoy the fruits of our labor, what we've built. We have a new moon in a couple days, so be cognizant of that. And new moon is all about new beginnings. So it's a really good time. I feel like it's a good time to, wrap up the year. Obviously, there's like an ton of things that you're probably doing, but making sure that you're still taking time for yourself, still taking time to really appreciate and, congratulate yourself on the things that you've overcome this year. It's been a heavy year. There have been a lot of planets in retrograde, which 6 at one time, that normally doesn't happen. It brings up a lot of the old, a lot of the BS that we don't really want to deal with. And Jupiter is in retrograde right now. So Jupiter is our fortune. It is that abundance. It's what we're trying to like bring in, that's like the next best thing, right? So this is a lot about, and it's in retrograde in Taurus. I'm double checking, but yeah, for sure it's in Taurus. So this is a lot about like working with what we have. We all have lived life to this certain point, right? So it's going back to that concept that I was just talking about of being grateful, congratulating on ourselves of what we've built, what we've achieved. We might not be at our end goal. I think we're going to see a lot of good positive shift in 2024, especially if you've been doing the work. Always a key component, right? Wah, wah, boo. But back to Jupiter energy. So Venus is in Scorpio. It's all about like what we desire. It's how we beautify ourselves. It's how we feel like comfortable and loved and nourished in our environment, in the people, places, and things that surround us. And with that Scorpio energy, it's also conjunct to the moon, meaning they're like right on top of each other. So that all basically means that, we want to feel good. We want to feel good about what's going on. Unfortunately, there is still a little bit of work. And so often when we're trying to manifest something new, it's like we have to get rid of the old, right? Or we cling on to the old and believe that we can bring in the new. And the old meaning the things that don't serve our new vision, what we're stepping into, etc. So with Jupiter in Taurus, it's really talking about being thankful for what we have, but also being able to release and let go of like our coping mechanisms or the codependency, the people, places, and things that we attach onto that we know just like, either it's low vibey, it's not really what we want to emanate, it's not how we want to act, how we want to be, it's not serving us, it's actually making it harder for us to put action into the things that we feel passionate about, etc. It can be a myriad of things, right? Like we all get trapped into that quote unquote addiction in different ways. Addiction can be like maybe a triggering word, but addiction can be anything that we're investing too much time into that's taking us off of our path. And it becomes like, well, I'm just going to do that instead, like when we know maybe we need to set aside 15, 20 minutes to invest in that thing that we're trying to bring in, whether it's home, new job, family, career, whatever it is. I think I was redundant, but you get my drift. Hopefully. If you don't, you can drop a comment below. So again, Venus wants to be comfortable. Venus doesn't really want to do the work right now with that moon and in Scorpio. And Jupiter is like, you can do this. You can push through. I love this. The Shower of Abundance card just popped out. So it's remembering that, slow and steady work, application towards what we're building and growing means that it is long lasting. And that's what we're working towards. We don't want some like bogus substitute. That sucks. You know, it's never fun when you realize the thing that you were asking for or you thought you wanted wasn't in alignment with you. So, and that I'm talking a lot about this because that really is the collective theme for 2023 is weeding out the BS, letting go of the things that it's just like, it doesn't work, it never worked, it needs to be left behind, we need to move forward, all of that stuff. So let's look at this. Okay, new moon, I love it. We have a new moon in Scorpio, I believe. Let me just double check on that, guys. Sorry, I'm ill prepared on this. No, I'm kidding. I mean, and of course it's gonna move slow. Anyway, so we have a new moon on the 14th. Yeah, nope. Oh, no, the 10th or 12th. Sorry. I thought I knew it was 2 days, but my timing is jumbled. Can you tell the holiday spirits are getting with me? Sorry, new moon in Sagittarius. I'll have to like rewind, scrub out. Anyway, so new moon in Sagittarius. So there is like this underlying theme, and this kind of goes back to the aspect of the sun. The sun is conjunct with Mars right now. Again, that action energy, places that it's fire. Sagittarius is fire. It's like we want to expand. And I think we're ready. I think we're kind of chomping at the bit. That has been a theme that I've been seeing with clients in my own life, etc., where it's like we're ready for things to move. Be patient. I feel like there's actually a lot of value in the patience right now, as much as that's an annoying message to hear. I was channeling that before as I was preparing for this video. 122 is on the timer, 1222. So that's all about like working with the energy that is for our highest and best. And out of that comes this beautiful version of ourselves. Not just of ourselves, I should say, but like of what we're drawing in, what we're trying to achieve, what we're putting out there. And honestly, that's what life is about. Life is about overcoming. Yep, there still is this need for growth and support. I love that we're having this message. So there's still a need to kind of work through, hammer out the kinks. And I feel like you know this. I feel like you can feel this, but that Venus energy, that part of you that just wants to be like, it's the holidays, let's have fun, I'll just get it when I get it, you know, or, you know, we can't really let go of the reins quite yet, is what I'm hearing. Finishing out the year strong. It doesn't mean that you have to be like a little robot, It just is a lot about, yeah, I love it, stability and direction. So to me, this is a lot about the places that maybe we have been like a little bit lackadaisical, you know, where we have let those distraction mechanisms get into play, etc. The new moon, like I was talking about in the very beginning, with that new moon energy, it's going to give us the opportunity to really fantasize about what that new life is going to look like for us. So spend time doing that. There's a lot of emotion around it, especially like I said, because it hasn't come in quite yet. But the more we put energy towards it, i.e. in a time of meditation, manifesting, fantasizing, thinking about what that dream life is going to look like, doing intentional practical work for it, whether it's hunting for a job, saving some extra money, talking to people about a side hustle or your growing business or whatever, like putting your feelers out there is what I'm hearing. Like I mentioned, Mercury is going into retrograde, so it's not like we're putting a lot of things are going to come up. We don't really want to obviously sign any major contracts, business deals, home things, etc. Ideally, we do that when Mercury is direct, because that just is like extra insurance, unless you're already having this thing happen before Mercury goes into retrograde. So just be mindful of those things. there's a lot of positive energy that is surrounding us to get us to where we're trying to go to, i.e. get us to our destination, whatever you're working to manifest. So make sure to say, stay focused, stay stable. This is, like I said, it's a good day to invest within ourselves, our own time, our own energy, really what we want to bring in. I feel like the message is getting a little redundant, so I apologize. Okay. Yeah. And if you kind of already have that stuff in check, then, you know, spend a day for yourself to the best of your ability. I know we all have family, other things going on, but it's always important to fill our bucket, as my son would say. All right, so let's get into it with the tarot. Let's just kind of see the energy that is surrounding us. I do feel like there is some resistance. I do feel like we have been experiencing some people, places, and things where it's been a little bit hard, like I said, to believe that what we want is coming in. That sometimes can be the hardest component when we're in that liminal space of the manifesting. Meaning like the in-between, where it's like we have to just keep working, chipping away towards our goal and having that faith that it's coming in. The new moon is also a great time to make adjustments to what hasn't been working. Again, that confirmation, right? Okay, I love this. So 3 of Pentacles energy. So what I'm hearing for you is this is a lot about finding people, places, and things that will work with you. Maybe there are some collaborations, partnerships, like I talked about. Today is a great day to do that, to kind of, hey, hold on.